Tesla Model 3 has been a huge success, is literally taking over the world this year, and other companies are trying to catch up. And one of them, one of the few ones right now that are throwing their head in the ring, actually right now, is Fisker, and they are just about to announce their version, I guess their competitor to the Tesla Model 3. This is a teaser image that they are offering us right now. So let's talk about what we can expect from Fisker coming up next. Taking over the world, electrifying the world, E4 Electric! Welcome to E4 Electric, your number one source of a daily electric car scoop, unbiased, uncensored. Okay, that's not true. It's definitely censored, but definitely unbiased. I think that's good enough for you guys to click on that subscribe button so you don't miss anything moving forward. And of course, become a part of this amazing community. Just look at the comment section. Not all of that, just the good comments. Then you'll get it. But definitely click on the subscribe button, and that way it will all be delivered to you for free. Good deal. All right, let's talk about this. So Fisker has been pretty quiet, right? As we know, they've announced eMotion. It's been over a year ago now at the CES, and this is me and Henrik Fisker, one of the two interviews that I've had with them. This was at their unveiling at CES. Answered some tough questions, and there are a lot of questions about can he really do this again? And there's a lot of history, but nevertheless, he is considered to be a legendary designer. And any new electric car company on the market, especially startups, I personally welcome. So I'm excited about that. But eMotion has been in the works for a while, and in his other interviews that I did with him, that was over kind of Skype. Last summer, he actually announced, that was exclusive that he gave me, I believe it or not, that he is going to be putting solid-state batteries in that car, and that would obviously be a major, change, and like just, it would be a I'm looking for the word, but you know what I mean. It's just a game changer, game changers. But we'll see. They've made a few announcements about the progress that they're going, and a lot of people are just saying we'll believe it when we see it. And okay, there's some truth to it. But otherwise they've been pretty quiet. But the other day, Henrik actually tweeted out this, and he basically said, announcing our close to $40,000 pure electric vehicle with a teaser picture and some tech details on March 18th. Now, a lot of people are saying, hey, listen, you haven't even brought to production that other one, so what's going on? I personally think it's perfectly fine. I mean, Byton announced their, second and car, and I thought it was perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong to have a few cars in the queue as long as the queue is moving, right? I mean, you can say the same for Tesla, right? Model Y and a semi-truck and a second-generation Roadster and a pickup truck. I think that's actually great. So I'm unlike a lot of other people, I'm actually welcoming this. Now, the teaser image. I don't know about. I mean, I looked and I looked and I looked, and I've already this is already photoshopped. Like, this has highlighted everything that could be highlighted. I'm not seeing anything except for I can definitely tell you that they're not going to be using side mirror cameras, right? That's the only thing. You can't even tell if this is a SUV or an actually four-door sedan. But I'm going to assume it's a compact SUV because you can't go wrong by putting another compact SUV on the market right now, especially in this price range. Now, close to $40,000. I doubt he means 38,000. I probably he means more like 42,000. Obviously, the competitive advantage that Fisker will have over Tesla by the time this car will see the market, it's probably the incentives, though we don't know when it's going to be going in production, or at least they're planning to. Obviously, after eMotion, that could be 3 or 4 years. Nevertheless, I personally think that this is not, this is just yet another hat in the ring, and I think, if he can bring the eMotion to production and it's going to be a relative success, then all of a sudden this car will definitely matter. All right, let's talk about some positives and negatives. Before that, of course, I want to remind you guys that this show and this channel is sponsored by Accelerate Auto, the only way to lease the Tesla Model 3. If you own a business or you work for a company that allows you to lease a vehicle, this is the way to go. But they are happy to help you guys lease any electric car. So check them out. There's a link in the description description of this video, make sure that you mention me in this show, because that way they'll take care of you guys. All right. So now let's talk about positives and negatives. All right, so the positive is always, every time there's a new car that's been announced, that any new car on the market, any competition is good. Secondly, if this car is also going to have a solid state batteries, or if they're producing it because the solid state batteries is something that they're really close to making, then this could like literally be a game changer. And by the way, don't forget that I don't know where I'm pointing here. In its announcement, it's as one of the hashtags, it says battery tech, right? Like I think that's actually the biggest clue, even beyond the actual image, is that hopefully they will be confirming that the battery tech is going to be solid state batteries. As you know, solid state batteries will be a complete game changer. See, I remember now. All right, so what are the negatives? Now, the negatives, it's hard to find. The only negatives is, of course, is that, it is a tough brand for Fisker to be out there without really the car, but with the history that they have. I personally am rooting for them. They do need to show us something, either the new solid state battery or the emotion going in production, something, right? But at the same time, mark my words, if they're able to do that, this car is going to be looked at a completely different light. Obviously, I'll do a follow-up video. Obviously, once they unveil it on the 18th, maybe I'll get to check it out in person someday. I wouldn't hold my breath, but it looks like they've been pretty generous with access to Henrik and to their events. So I'm looking forward to that. Before anything, by the way, I want to make sure that I'll let you guys know that I got a new Patreon. Chris Smith, thank you so much for joining my Patreon community and supporting this channel. And thank you to all of you guys. Without you, it would be much tougher journey for me as an independent full-time YouTuber. So thank you. If you want to join my Patreon community, perfect timing for that slide to just like get in here. Patreon.com/electric. Don't forget, you don't have to type it in really quickly before it goes away. There is a link in the description of this video right next to our sponsor. So I thank you guys for being supporters and for believing me. I really do appreciate it. All right, that's pretty much it. I'm looking forward to your comments. Other than that, see you guys next time, and remember to stay charged.